Huh? I'm not going home. I'm going to live with Dad and Bianca. Are you serious? Of course. You're always so picky and deny everything I do. I didn't mean that. I'm just trying to teach you some common courtesy. That's why I'm annoyed with you. I can't spend money as I want. Dad and Grandma giving everything I want. I don't need you. Your own son hates you. This happened because you did not listen to me. At that point, I did not hear any words from my mother-in-law was saying. My name is Sally. I am a working mom raising 2 children. I work under the same condition as my husband Mark. Even so, I adore my 2 children so deeply. And with the help of my mother and the daycare, they have grown up so nicely. However, I am beginning to realize now that my mother-in-law, who interfered with my parenting, had a considerable influence on my children. I have 2 sons, Jason and Phil. They are 1 year apart. When they were still young, I used to visit my parents-in-law with them, but I once complained to my mother-in-law about her explicit attitude of loving only my eldest son, Jason. Mother, could you please do not give snack only to Jason? Why not? Because it is not only Jason who is here. Oh, that's fine. The eldest son needs to be raised with extra care. I don't understand what you're saying. You idiot. Don't you understand unless I explain it to you? The eldest son is the heir, and the second son will eventually be given to the son-in-law. So, there's no point in spending money on him. No. What generation is she talking about? It's 2022 now. Such a culture was gone already. Moreover, there was nothing that the eldest son inherits in this family. We are just an ordinary family. I intend to raise both my 2 sons equally. You just don't get it, do you? This argument let her completely hate me. But I didn't care about it. The important thing for me was that my sons grew up politely. Since then, I never take my son to my parents-in-law house. Though my mother-in-law, who lives nearby, was very insistent about coming over to our house. I never let her in. However, a few years passed, and when the eldest son Jason entered the junior high school, he began to have a harsh attitude towards his brother Phil. He had come to talk to Phil in a commanding tone. Hey, give me your allowance. Why? 'Cause I'm older. So you do as I say. No, I'm gonna save up my allowance and buy the video game. I'm your older brother. You must follow my rules. As I opened the door to the children's room to put away the laundry, I overheard this conversation. What's happening? What? Did you hear what you just said? I'm the oldest, so I'm free to spend my brother's money too. That is not right. Grandma told me so. Grandma? You met her? Yeah. Dad took me there once. And I've been going there after school since then. Oh gosh. Alright. Just stop taking money from your brother. Why? It's not your money. Huh? He seemed not to be convinced to the end. That night, I told my husband about it. Yeah, I took him. How come? I told you not to. Your mother is not treating our sons equally. Is that so? But Mom wanted to see Jason. Only the eldest son, huh? She doesn't want to see the second son, right? You realize how wrong it sounds, don't you? It doesn't matter. If she takes care of him, it would make your life easier, wouldn't it? If you only help me to take care of our children more, it will be just fine. Exactly, that's why I'm taking Jason to Mom to help you. I didn't ask you to do that. You do nothing but what's unnecessary. I'm cooperating in my own way. What makes you think that's cooperating? You just can't say no to her. Shut up. In the end, we remained where we started, and nothing was solved. Since then, Jason had not took money from Phil, but he often got scolded by me because he snatched the game from Phil, which he'd bought with his allowance, or forced Phil to clean the bathtub, which was his duty. As a result of those situations, Jason began to spend all his time at my mother-in-law's. And even my husband had not come back home from there, so as Jason. It was my second son who became my emotional support. I'm home. Hi, Mom. How's work? Oh, honey, thanks. How's school? I'm going to make dinner soon. Give me a minute. Okay. I will get the bath ready. My family became two of us, me and my second son, Phil. He was very helpful in housework, and we had our peaceful life back together. During dinner, he told me about things at school. It was our happy time together, filled with laughter. Soon after, he entered junior high school. Although I was the only parent who attended to the ceremony, he said, "Thank you for coming, Mom," without any complaints. He had grown up to be such a kind person. Of course, I was concerned about my eldest son, Jason, but no matter how many times I visited them, only my mother-in-law came. Once Jason saw me from the upstairs window, he would say, "Don't ever come back, stupid." Though my heart was going to break off, I just wanted to get him back. A few months after my second son entered junior high school, I was invited to the in-laws. When I arrived there, I rolled up my sleeves. Today, I would definitely convince Jason. Honestly, I didn't care about my husband anymore. If he would keep living here, I wouldn't mind at all. It would be better for me, actually. I opened the door with determination and saw my mother-in-law smiling at me. "Oh, I've been expecting you. Come on in." I was alarmed to see her in a good mood. When I came into the living room, I found an unfamiliar woman sitting in the middle of my husband and Jason. "Nice to meet you. I'm Bianca." Yes, nice to meet you too." When I looked at my husband, he was drooling over her. Huh, is that right? I understood everything. Not only my husband, but also my Jason seems to be quite fond of her. You understand this, right? Yes, I do. Oh, I never knew you were so quick-witted. You were so funny, Mother. You see, Bianca is pregnant with so I want to divorce you and marry her. Oh, really? Then you should pay alimony to me. Of course. I've already transferred $30,000. That was quick. That is alimony from me and Bianca. 30,000? Where did the money come from? It's not from our savings, is it? Don't worry, I paid. It's a wedding gift from me. That's our mom. Thank you very much. What about our shared savings? Huh, I'll give you that chicken feed. You said that. You are annoying. That's why I don't like about you. My husband had left all the money to me. Probably he didn't know how much we had saved. Our savings was enough to build one house. I would gratefully receive it. Okay. Be happy? Well, Jason, you're coming home with me. I called out my son. Huh? I'm not going home. I'm going to live with Dad and Bianca. Are you serious? Of course. You're always so picky and deny everything I do. I didn't mean that. I'm just trying to teach you some common courtesy. That's why I'm annoyed with you. I can't spend money as I want. Dad and Grandma give me everything I want. I don't need you. Your own son hates you. This happened because you did not listen to me. At that point, I did not hear any words from my mother-in-law was saying. I was shocked that my son told me he didn't need me. Because I was busy working, there might be times I couldn't be there for him. If I had quit the job and only focused on my children, he would still need me. My heart filled with so much regret. My son, Jason, who is right in front of me, chose to live with his father and the girl. I had no choice but to accept it. All right then. Seems like I should just keep Phil, but not you. Yes, you should. He annoys me a lot, just like you. And he doesn't listen to me at all. Jason, stop speaking badly of your little brother. Then he loudly sighed. There you go again. That's what I don't like about you. Hey, do you want me to go back home with you? I can do that. But I don't know what I would do to him. I felt a chill down on my spine when he said such a thing without a care. I would take him in, if I could, but it might put my other son in danger. I absolutely have to avoid that. I made up my mind. Well, okay. I won't take you home. That's good. I didn't have a reason to stay there any longer. Just as I was ready to leave, Bianca suddenly opened her mouth. Excuse me? I don't like the idea of having a stepson as a newlywed. What? Well, because we are going to have a baby, I want to live with all three of us. No? Yes. That's great. Okay, let's do that. Just the three of us. Huh? What about me? You just stay here with Grandma. How come? Because Bianca doesn't want to. That's not fair. It's fine. I'm happy to live with you. I'm not. What? I'm not happy. You're just getting old. It was fine because I had my father and Bianca. But I don't want to live with you. All of them only think of themselves, no matter what. My mother-in-law was thinking of keeping my husband around as her caregiver, but she lost the chance. Still, she probably thought that my eldest son would eventually take care of her. My husband was at the mercy of his young lover, and my eldest son, Jason, thought only of himself too. That is terrible, Jean. This argument has nothing to do with... I quickly head to the door. Mom! Jason was rushing out after me, but I didn't turn around. Mom, wait! I haven't heard you call me that in years. I answered with my eyes kept on the... I'm coming home with you. You would be happy if I did, right? No, Jason. No. You made your decision. I left my parents-in-law's house with I could not see my son's face. If I look back, I would have accepted him. And then my other son would be sacrificed. I wanted to protect Phil at least. That was my honest feeling. Then we divorced. And Jason was left at my parents-in-law's house. He tried to reach out for me many times, and I had refused to answer him. He even came to the house which we used to live together, but we weren't there by the time he came by. My younger son Phil and I had already moved out soon after the divorce, and now we live in another town. Jason had a rough time and had been violent towards his grandmother, though she came to me and asked for help. It was her who raised him. She should suffer the consequence. And my ex-husband had got married to Bianca. But she did nothing to take care of the housework, using her pregnancy as an excuse. And after the child was born, she neglected the childcare and housework. and my ex-husband is taking care of everything. Mother-in-law and my ex-husband are indeed a mother and they both asked for my help after all that. I have no reason to help them because they are strangers to me. 2 years have passed since then, and my oldest son, Jason, now a freshman in high school, contacts me several times a month. In the beginning, he was rough and out of control, but recently he has become calmer and has been apologizing for his past. He also seems to be concerned about his younger brother. He says that he misses Phil. When I told Phil about it, he said he also wanted to see his brother too. So, I'm gonna plan to bring two together soon. And if I make sure that Jason truly cares about Phil, I will take him in as well. Because I can't count on my ex-husband, I will take care of my sons if they want to go to university. I have decided to fulfill my minimum obligations as a parent. Both the mother-in-law and the husband had it coming. But the eldest son seems to have been a victim of self-centered adults. I hope one day he will change his mind and live happily with his mother and his younger brother.